Right then, morning guys. It is approximately 6:25 in the morning, and I thought I'd stop off at McDonald's. For a bit of breakfast. I thought McDonald's was 24 hours, but clearly I was wrong. Turns out they're only 7 till fucking like 1 in the morning. So, scrap my first idea. Let's hope my second idea of making a video this morning decides to go to plan. But yeah, let's go ahead and get on the road. Right then guys, what's going on? Chubby on Motovlogging today, and welcome back to another video. So then, in today's video, seems I don't really have like my channel doesn't really have many normal motovlogs on. Thought I'd just take a ride out this morning while the roads are quiet, go hit some twisties. Even though the roads are quite damp, it's still some nice roads to get out on when there's nobody on them. And I thought we'd just talk about a little topic which is a bit weird. It might help a few new people out, and that is, have I ever crashed? Because you see these people all over YouTube. Let's have a look, nobody coming. You see these people all over YouTube, these biking channels, and they seem to know a bit about their bikes. You know, they've got a lot of stuff for their bikes, you know, whether it be like licensed parts and, you know, just stuff that make them look like a proper biker. But you always never wonder, like, these guys, including me, was one day a 125 little starter with like cheaper equipment, trying to get along, cheap tyres and Chinese knockoff parts. And it's like, have these guys ever crashed? Have these guys ever experienced what it's like to crash a bike? And I've seen this video around YouTube. Oh, let's have a look. I have seen this video around YouTube of like, have I crashed? What's my experience? Have I crashed is the question. I haven't had a massive crash, but yes, I think if I can count on one hand, I think I've had 3 crashes of my bike. None, luckily, of this Duke. Luckily, they were all by 125, and luckily, they were non-lethal or bad. They could have been. They could have been, you know, worse than they made out. But yeah, the first crash was completely my error. What had happened was it was icy, and I was on my way to work, and I wasn't wearing any protective gear. I was being a squid. I literally had my helmet on, my gloves, I think I had 2 cardigans on, and I also had my work pants on, and I had proper bike boots on. So I mean, 2 out of 4 things, whatever. So instead of taking the main road route to work, which when I got my 125 I never used to do because it was such a short ride to work, that I always wanted to just take the back roads and have a little fun, because these back roads like this on the 125 are like them. You know what I mean? Anywhere is good for a 125. So I took it over the moors, bearing in mind it's snowing, and I got to like a side road, and there was a mini roundabout, and what had happened is I went over the mini roundabout, but it had just completely been iced over. So when I went onto the mini roundabout with no prior experience to really riding the bike, never mind riding it in snow, basically I just grabbed the front brake, and I've never felt a bike slide out from underneath me so quick. I just came down, hit the brake, and all of a sudden I'm on the floor and I can just hear my bike sliding down the road. And to anybody who's heard that sound of their bike sliding down the road, it is one of the worst sounds in the world, knowing that your pride and joy is just sliding away, grinding off that concrete. Luckily it was ice, and it's just not a nice sound. So yeah, first one was crashed on ice. The second one, I was knocked off the bike by a car, but I did more damage to the car than the bike, because my bike's, it was a heavy 125, it was all steel framed, and for a 125 I think it was about 189 kilograms, which is just ridiculously heavy. Even for a bike I'd say it's quite heavy. So yeah, I was coming up a 20 miles per hour zone, listening to my music. Again, this one isn't my fault. In a 20 mile an hour zone, just doing my thing. Just like this, let's say, and like you see these cars ahead of me, see how the car in front's facing away, so it was pulling out to its left, my right, and by the time I got to my ear, the lady in the car was screaming to her husband, stop, stop. Basically he didn't stop, he carried on pulling out, so I like swerved over to the right hand side of the road as they was pulling out, and I hit the front left bumper with the car. He knocked me clean off the bike, and like I said, the bike was fine. I had a lot of people stop and say, are you okay? But yeah, I did get hit off the bike. I still have damage to this day actually on my left leg. I can't kneel down properly because I didn't go to the hospital. I didn't feel like I needed to go to the hospital. So my left leg, when I kneel down, my left ankle really does play up a bit, and it kind of hurts. The insurance, there was nothing to do with the insurance because the guy knew it was his fault. I don't think. I think if the bus that wasn't in front of us hadn't have captured it on its camera, then I think he'd have probably put a claim and saying it was my fault. But as everything was his fault, then that just got dismissed. And then the third time was another time with the bike sliding out from underneath me. This is just lack of knowledge, really. So the first day I got the bike, I went out with my mate, and he had a scooter, a 125. And I remember when I first got my geared bike. So we were out there going ahead on it, and we came down this road, and he pulled over onto some gravel. So I just thought, oh, a bike's pretty cool. I've seen motocross guys do it. So I literally just slammed the bike onto some gravel, hit that rear brake, and then there again on my first day, I got the brand new bike. It just slid out from underneath me, and I bent the gear lever, and then the back brake as well was always bent, and that's what I was previously talking about. The only damage that bike ever received was smashed wing mirrors, scuffed bar ends, a broken lever, and a broken back brake lever. And these are stuff that they're nothing to pay for. It's like 15 quid for a new lever for a Chinese 125. So, like, to be honest, I got quite lucky crashing that bike 4 times and only having to replace 2 levers and a bar. Well, I didn't replace the bar ends, we just painted them. But yeah, we were quite lucky with that. So in that respect, it was a little bomb-proof bike. And I think the newer model of that bike does have EFI, or electronic fuel injection. So if it probably did have fuel injection, I probably wouldn't have been in such a hurry to get rid of it. This corner is going to be very, very slippy. But yeah, I mean, that's my story, guys. If you are a motovlogger and you've got this far into the video, I mean, thank you for watching. But yeah, let's hear your time of crashing. I know some people are going to be a lot worse than me. You know, some people have been hit off cars, broken bones. There's people I know that have nearly died on motorbikes. But to me, it's just unfortunately the negative side of what comes with riding a bike. Do you know what I mean? They're fun as hell. But even if I came off now, I'd probably break my arm at 28 miles an hour, or if I hit that truck. It's just one of them things, guys. But yeah, let me hear your stories about your wobbles, crashes and all sorts on your bike. But if you are a newbie rider, I hope this does help you out. Everybody does crash, there's nothing wrong with it. That's pretty much it. So like the video, guys. If you're brand new around here, go have a look at the rest of the channel. If you do enjoy it, then make sure to comment which video I sent you from. And if you subscribe, which is a very, very kind thing to do, make sure you turn on them post notifications, so you do get informed when I do upload a video. But yeah, guys, hope you have a fantastic day. Drive safe, and this has been Jovial Motovlogging, and I'm out. Peace.